What's up guys, Constech here back again for another video. And today we'll take a look at the ROG Strix Scope RX, a full-size keyboard with a rock-solid build, sleek aesthetics, and uncompromised performance. It's a keyboard designed with gamers in top priority. We'll take a look at its features and find out if it's the right keyboard for you. Let's get started. The Strix Scope RX is Asus' first keyboard featuring their own optical switches. These types of switches are starting to go mainstream and is targeted towards gamers looking for the best performance and longevity out of their keyboards. Before everything else, let's quickly unbox this and check out what's inside. So the box comes with a manual, warranty card, some ROG stickers, and the keyboard itself. The keyboard weighs 955 grams, measures 44 centimeters long, 13.7 centimeters wide, and 3.9 centimeters high. Flipping to the bottom, we can see the 5 rubber feet and 2 flip-out stands with rubber feet as well. It has a thick, non-detachable cable, which is understandable because it holds 2 cables within it, which terminates to 2 connectors, one for powering the keyboard and one for the USB pass-through. They're both USB 2.0 though, but that's fine. The USB pass-through is conveniently placed at the back part. Here, you can charge your phone, plug a USB storage stick, or in my case, I used it to plug my wireless mouse USB dongle. At first glance, we can see that this keyboard has a floating keycap design, and you can visibly see the colors of the switches used. Out of all the keyboards I reviewed, this one has the most solid build, thanks to its construction made of an aluminum top plate and hard plastic bottom. This keyboard will definitely endure torture from people that slam keys like madmen. The top plate has a gunmetal finish, which I really like, and while I don't find the bottom design to be exactly necessary, I appreciate the details they put into it. Fonts are the typical Spider-Man theme font you'll find on most ROG keyboards, which I find appealing and complements the keyboard's really sleek aesthetics. Now, the Strix Scope RX, apart from being a full-size keyboard, packs a ton of features especially suited for gaming. Let's start off with its main highlight, the switches. Like I said earlier, this is Asus' first keyboard featuring their own developed optical switches. The one we have here has red linear switches, meaning they don't have a bump or any tactile feedback as you press them. Now, I've only tried a few linear switches myself, but as far as I can tell, these switches are damn smooth and stable. They hardly wobble and have a very satisfying feel when typing. And they're especially great for gaming since they activate pretty quickly and precisely. They're different from the traditional mechanical switches due to them having a slightly shorter travel distance of 1.5mm, which is 0.5mm shorter than the typical Cherry or Gateron mechanical switches. Initial force is at 40 grams and then at the bottom out, which is when your switch go down no further, that's at 55 grams. And that's pretty light overall. On top of that, these switches have a rated lifespan of 100 million keystrokes, so I'm not too worried about the durability here. The switches have a box-like design, and what makes these switches really special are the stabilizers within the switches that reduces the wobble drastically. I can really see the thought they put into making these switches. They're one of the most stable switches I've ever felt. There's really no need for modification, and they're just perfect. Now, because of the unique switch design, Asus had to make a compromise, and that would be the keycaps. Now, the keycaps aren't exactly bad. They're made of double-shot ABS plastic and have a slightly lower profile. They feel great and premium as much as I can tell. Now, the compromise here is the bottom of these keycaps. They have 4 stems that latch onto the switch. This helps in keycap stability, but due to this, there's no way you can replace these keycaps with aftermarket ones, since most replacement keycaps you'll find in the market are only compatible with the more common MX-styled switches. Until Asus makes replacement keycaps for these, you're pretty much stuck with them. Typing experience is pretty great for this keyboard, thanks to the really smooth and stable switches. One more thing worth mentioning for this keyboard is that the stabilizers are pretty great. For a gaming keyboard, this has one of the most decent stabilizers, and just like the switches, I don't find the need to lube or modify them. To give a better idea, here's a sound test for you guys. Gaming is where this keyboard really shines. The low profile definitely helps in ergonomics, and these red switches are just perfect. Since it's a full-size keyboard, you have every key you need at your disposal, which is especially useful for those that play MMOs or MOBAs. While I don't play a lot of FPS games, the slightly larger left control key really helps if I do. I can quickly reach out to it if I need to crouch without accidentally missing it. The Windows key can be locked as well by pressing Fn plus Windows key. You can create macros on the fly by pressing Fn plus left alt, start recording, press Fn plus left alt again to stop recording, and press a key to assign the macro. Now, this keyboard does not have dedicated media keys, but by default, they are immediately enabled alongside F5 to the F12 keys. Pressing Fn plus insert brings up the function keys and puts the media keys to a second layer. You can still use them by pressing Fn plus the corresponding media key. Now, along with the media keys is a special key called the stealth key. What this key does is it immediately minimizes everything in your desktop and mutes your computer's audio with all just one key press. And of course, we're not forgetting about the RGB lighting. The Strix Scope RX has 10 lighting presets that can be selected by pressing Fn plus the left or right arrow keys. Brightness can be adjusted by pressing Fn plus up or down key. Further customization and tweaks are offered by the dedicated software called Asus Armory Crate. From here, you can set the keyboard to sync with other ROG peripherals and components and do more fine-tuned tweaks and macros. For a price point of around 5,400 pesos or around 112 US dollars, the Asus ROG Strix Scope RX has everything a gamer needs in a keyboard. Sleek and appealing aesthetics, uncompromised performance offered by Asus' unique optical switches, and guaranteed durability evident from the keyboard's overall construction. That's it for this video. Big thanks to Asus for sending this in. Like, dislike, comment down if you have questions or anything to say. Get subscribed so you don't miss out on my next uploads, and as always, thanks for watching and see you guys soon.